Hello, welcome to Dad Geeks, our very first episode ever. I'm Chris, the real Darth guy, and...
I'm Larry, Mr. Mixiez Pitlick.
Why did you pick such a hard name to say?
Because.
First off, it's... Hold on. There you go. It's Mr. Mixelus Piddle... Ooh, I almost said Piddle Dick.
Mixiez Pitlick.
Mixel Piddle...
Or Mixelplick.
Mixelplick?
It's been said all kinds of different ways.
Nipple picks, got it.
But
okay.
nipple picks.
Nipple picks works.
Nipple picks.
Anyways, follow us on Twitter, Instagram. What else do you have?
Instagram, Facebook. No, not Facebook.
Yeah, don't follow him on Facebook. You don't want to see all that garbage. But I'm the real Darth guy on Instagram, Snapchat, which I don't really use Snapchat. Twitter, of course. And then you can find us at Dad Geeks on all of those platforms as well, with the exception of Snapchat, because we do not start a Snapchat account because...
Snapchat sucks.
I don't even really understand what Snapchat is, to be honest with you. It's just one of those things. But this is our first episode ever, and welcome if you are here. We would love it very much if you give us a like and also subscribe, because the more subscribers that we get, if we get to 100, we can actually have a custom URL on YouTube, which would be nice. Oh yeah, and we are also on Twitch. I'm on Twitch as the real Darth guy, and we have Dad Geeks as well.
And I'm Mr. Mixiez Pitlick.
Nice.
Figured it says it.
We'll bring it back.
It says it on
Zing.
the bottom there.
Look at that. We're like pro style. Not really. This could be a dumpster fire. This could be fabulous. We don't know yet, since it's the first time we've ever done it. We did try a couple of preliminary tests here and there, and luckily we found out that the camera that we were going to use in the beginning wasn't quite up to what we wanted, so we got a nice new setup and everything. So, a couple things we want to cover today. We're really going to cover what we want to talk to you guys about in this podcast, and kind of, how it came to be and why we're doing it. So, I guess without delaying any longer than we already have, why don't we start with who we are? Obviously, you know us a little bit, but Dad Geeks really... Our vision for Dad Geeks was just to have something where we could share our general passion for video games and just kind of have some fun with a growing community. What do you think?
Dad Geeks to me is just two best friends talking about what we like, and then showing what it's like to be a dad and be like in this stuff.
Yeah. Funny thing is, a couple times we've been at a random bar here and there with, well, typically my wife, and as drinks are flowing and as we start continually talking about video games, and as the first episode kind of rolled itself up to being here, we always went back to the fact, we're doing it right now. We're basically doing what we could do on a podcast. We're talking, having a great time, discussing video games and discussing everything that's happening. So that kind of covers who we are. What is Dad Geeks? Really, it's just going to be a podcast. In the beginning, I'd say 3 to 5 episodes. We'll probably do it all recorded so that we kind of get our feet wet and understand how to present to you guys. Because right now it's kind of a learning experience. I've had a little bit more experience because I've streamed before, and I've also trained and done a bunch of public speaking type stuff. So
and I've got zero experience.
You're in the public eye all the time. You drive cars and you drive everyone's stuff, and you take their keys and stuff.
I take their keys and take their car.
Apparently you help people escape.
Yep.
Anyway,
yep.
So what do we want Dad Geeks to be is one of our topics we wanted to cover, and we kind of, in covering the last 2 topics, we've pretty much covered that. We just really want it to be a place where we can talk about video games and also build a community. And actually, the Dad Geek Squad is what we want to call the general community. I'm in the process right now of making some t-shirt designs and some Spreadshirt. I think we're going to use Spreadshirt, which seems to be the good option to run a campaign on, where people could buy our shirts and wear them, and that would be fabulous. We're not going to make any extra money on it. We just want people to be able to buy the stuff and wear it around, and maybe take a little Instagram tagging so that we can see it happening. You know?
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
I want to be very interactive. With the people.
I want to do events and seeing people and
talking to you guys on Twitter and answering questions and stuff on YouTube.
Some of the segments
Everything.
that I would love to have is or I guess we can't call them readers because we're not a blog. So some listener/watcher interactions where they suggest something to talk about and we take that.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of other podcasts. Kind of Funny is one of my favorite, and they do the emails that they read and then they go over what that email was about. Just general questions, and I think that would be an amazing interaction with the Dad Geek Squad.
Right?
Hashtag.
Hashtag Dad Geeks.
Schedule. Right now, the schedule is going to be we record on Sundays and we are going to release on Mondays. Monday evenings, most likely, just so that we can kind of let the edits that we did on Sunday night stew over Monday. And then if we need to do any last-minute changes, we can do them before we post it to YouTube and probably to Twitter that evening. Upload shouldn't be too bad, so it won't take long. So it's not like we have to queue it up way in advance or anything. So we should be good. But my general schedule is Mondays is the release. Sundays is when we plan on shooting. It may be Saturday or Sunday, but it doesn't really matter to you because we release on Monday. In addition to that, I would like to do some just generic video game streaming during the week, but I won't do it on the Dad Geeks channel. I will be doing it on my personal Twitch channel, and then the Dad Geeks channel will rebroadcast it for us. And then if you ever stream, we will do the same.
Yep.
Which, don't let me forget to link that up so it automatically does it, so we don't have to sign in and reshare it or anything.
Right.
So, moving on into the actual meat and potatoes content, I guess. We wanted to discuss what got us into video games in the first place, because, if we're going to make a show about video games, people probably want to understand why we're doing it in general. So, why did you get into video games, or what got you into video games? Either way.
Super Mario Brothers, the very first one.
The first one ever,
Love
huh?
Super Mario Brothers. And to be completely
Now, wait,
honest,
did you have the Super Mario Brothers / Duck Hunt cartridge?
I had this. Yes, I had the one with Duck Hunt.
Nice.
The
one that every single time, I swear, every single time I started it up, you'd see the Mario scroll over, and then it stopped, and then it scroll over, and then it stopped, and then it scroll over, and you just see that blinking light, and you're like, oh, come on. And then you had that whole, what was your method to get the Nintendo NES to work?
I hit the reset like 3 times.
Okay.
And then if that didn't work, powered it off, took it out, and a quick
Nice.
put it in, and every time.
Every time,
Every
huh?
time.
I did not have that luck.
Every time.
I had this strange little, if you push reset, hit power, and then hit the cartridge up and down, and then hit power and let go of reset, it kind of worked for me.
I never.
That was my friend did it once and it worked, and I was convinced that's why, because there was no rhyme or reason behind it. You could turn it on one day and it works perfect, and you're like, oh, that was a lucky day. This is going to be a good day. But most of the time, you just get that.
What was the first game that you beat?
The very first game that I beat all the way through, I have a very bad habit of not playing games all the way through, and I don't know why. And until recently, well, probably my first real big playthrough all the way and get 100%. Are you talking 100% or roll credits?
Well, back in the day,
I guess that
100%
was rolling credits, right? Oh, look, someone got signed out.
Yeah.
See, your son's taking over your account, so we can't have the Dad Geeks logo in the background on that side.
Yeah.
Little jerk. Anyway, so rolling credits. I guess the very first game I rolled credits, oh man, what was it? It might have been Mario, Rescuing the Princess.
Rescuing the Princess, and did you play through it again where all the Goombas were Beetle Baileys?
Yeah, the terrible version of Mario.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was like, what is this garbage?
I beat it all the way through once, and then I tried it again, and everything's. I'm like, no, I can't do this anymore.
I've told you about this before. Did you ever get to? I think I told you. It might have been one of our other buddies, but if you get a shell on that little stepladder section at the end of the level, and you continue to jump and you can get in the rhythm, you can just keep getting one-ups and one-ups and one-ups.
Crown.
Yeah, you get the icons instead. Instead of like 99, all of a sudden it's like a little block and a Goomba, and you're like, I don't know how many lives that is. I don't know what this means. This is some kind of Mario Roman numerals. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But
that
I
was
want to
awesome.
say,
World 3-1, I believe, was where you could first The first level you can do that. Jump on the block or what?
My
I think it
friend's
was
mom
3-1.
taught me how to do that. Because I came in the room, I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, getting one ups. I'm like, what? You can do that?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, watch. Bing, 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 bing. And just she sat there forever. And I'm like, how many lives do you need? It's not Contra. You know? Even with 99 lives in Contra, you still can't beat it.
I never did beat Contra.
I mean, you went through like 4 or 5 of them at least in the first level. And then that one level where the lasers and you have to lie down and stuff.
right?
That was a hard level too,
that
right?
Sucked. That sucked.
I never beat Contra.
Did you ever play Ninja Gaiden or Gaiden?
Yes,
Gaiden.
I call it Gaiden, but
I say Gaiden. I don't know what.
I don't know what's the right way
What's
to say
the
it.
right way? Is it guy or gay?
Whoa. Okay.
My brother is really good at video games. I suck,
Okay.
by the way, but my brother is
actually,
really good.
sidebar, he does suck at video games. He is the literal worst Call of Duty player I have ever met in my life. One time we had a game tournament because me, him, and a bunch of buddies, we would have a weekly game tournament where we all put $5 in and the winner gets all at the end of the night. But this guy, the night we were playing Call of Duty, you find him in a corner throwing grenades and killing himself. What?
I hated the game. I hate Call of Duty. Call
That
of Duty
night
is horrible.
That night,
hate
your
it.
logic was,
It's
if I'm killing myself, none of you are killing me.
Yep. That's exactly what.
And
That's
then
exactly.
all I would
what
do is like, I'd stop, listen for a grenade to blow up, and then go over there and just kind of like wait for you to return and shoot you. I'm like, oh, what now? Well, anyway.
only a little bit. But anyway, back to Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden, right?
We're playing. My brother's playing the game, and we're getting all the way through. Finally, get to the last boss, and we've been playing this game probably months, just getting our asses kicked. If anybody's played this game, you know it's nearly impossible. We got to the very end. We're fighting the last boss, and my mom comes in. She's ready to go somewhere, and she hits the power button on the Nintendo.
No.
All gone. Haven't been back since that happened.
You gave up.
We gave up.
You were like, this game, it's over.
That's been my nemesis. Ninja Gaiden has been my nemesis.
You just never got... Well,
Never
you
got
did
through.
kind of get through it. Well, your brother got through it.
My brother got through it. I did by watching, so
Right.
I know what happens.
You
but
experienced getting through it. You just didn't
But
do it yourself.
everybody-
Right.
my dad was in there watching, and he was mad at my mom. Then, like, he almost had it.
It was
What?
almost over.
And she came and hit that.
Wow.
And another thing, when we played Super Mario Brothers, when we first beat Princess or beat Bowser, it was Rescue the Princess.
Right.
We
You played some special version where you get to beat the princess.
Right.
Oh, okay.
we left the Nintendo on for like 3 days, so we could keep it and keep playing.
Keep it at that spot.
Keep it at that
That's
spot.
Like that is the current version, or the old school version of what we have now with standby.
Right.
Where like literally you could be in the middle of swinging a sword and just like, boop, okay, let's go. Come back and you finish the swing. It's amazing now.
Yep.
It's fabulous. That's what makes the Switch so awesome as a portable system. Is you could just pause it anywhere, and then continue on where you left off anywhere else.
Yep.
You know, it's fabulous. I love it.
I love the Switch.
So, well, I guess.
You have any memories
Well,
playing old school video games?
I am the oldest in my family by 8 years, so I didn't have any sibling interaction like that. Oddly, one of my favorite games when I was a kid on NES was North and South. Did you ever play North and South?
I know the game. I never played it.
It was like a Civil War game where, so you get 3 different types of things. I want to say you get cannons, you get guns, and then you get cavalry. And basically you're just supposed to, you take turns and you're supposed to take out the other team. So the cavalry will run through and slice and dice and whatever, and then they return to the backside. The cannons obviously shoot, and then the gunners, you can move them, and then they will take a shot, like old school lineup in the straight line Civil War style. And for some reason, I just loved that game. Loved that game.
That sounds boring.
I don't know why. Turn-based strategy, like there was no strategy. It was like you can move around a little bit, or just go across. And it was just it was nothing like one of my favorite other games, Command and Conquer Red Alert.
That one was good.
That
I like that one.
I wasted a lot of my life playing that. I can't say wasted. I spent a lot of time in my life playing that game, and I remember I can't remember the title of the song, but it was like da 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 da, and there was marching in the background, da 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 da, and I played that song so many times. I loved it.
Were you more of a console gamer, or did you go to the arcade?
You know, I went to the arcade as much as I possibly could. My Uncle Ernie used to take me on the weekends, and we'd go to the arcade, and we'd just be there. I lived in Reno at this time, and there was this place called Bonanza something. It was like out off the beaten path in Reno, and there was a huge arcade there, and there was like one of those like VR thing. Well, not really VR. It's just the screen, but you sit in the seats that move all around, and you're like in a mine car and stuff like that. Those were sweet, but I was more of a console gamer just because it was always at home.
Right.
And then my buddy, who lived around the block from me that I always spent all my time at, he had a Sega Genesis. I had the Nintendo NES, so we'd kind of go wherever the games were. And then back in those days, I'd ride 3 or 4 miles to go to 7-Eleven and rent a game for 50 cents, and then go back to my friend's house and have a sleepover, and we'd play all night.
All night. And most video game or movie rental places were closed on Sundays.
Yeah, so you get Saturday night sleepover. You get it till Monday.
Till Monday.
Yep. It was awesome.
Love that. That was one of the original loopholes to
extend your rental.
Yep.
Now the Redbox is just like nope, late.
Yep.
Not that Redbox late fees are expensive. They just charge you another $1 or whatever it is to rent them now. But I did do PC gaming for a long time. I started with like Doom and Wolfenstein, like most PC gamers did back in the day. MS-DOS, IDDQD, IDQFA, the God mode, and then I think the IDQFA is the infinite ammo.
You're losing me here because I don't know PC gaming at all.
I can't say that
I played The Sims. Does that count? No.
I mean, The Sims. Talk about a tangent. Here's my story with The Sims, okay? I thought The Sims 1 was going to be the most amazing game ever. I'm like, oh my god, you can do anything you want. It's going to be amazing. And so you know what I did? You build a house, right? And then you get married, right? And then you get a job, right? And then what do? You go to work, you come home, you clean the house, you eat dinner, you go to bed, you go to work.
Sounds like home.
It sounds like life.
Life is.
Like real life. They didn't have the club in
you just
Sims.
Pee your pants.
Right, you're like, oh, I forgot to make my wife go to the bathroom. Damn. And then you have to clean it up, and she's all embarrassed with the little marks over her head, speech bubble things and stuff. I didn't have The Sims when it was all like nightlife and clubbing and all that crazy stuff that they have now.
Sims.
Yeah, the original Sims.
The original and Roller Coaster Tycoon.
I was a SimCity. SimCity was my
SimCity was fun. SimCity or SimCity 2000?
SimCity. I'm talking like Super Nintendo, SNES version where you build the industrial and it starts out as just a block with an I in it, or a commercial with a C, or a residential with an R, and then they construct and all that great stuff.
My favorite thing about SimCity was just building the city and then having a monster just attack it and destroy it all.
Like forcing it to kill your entire work for the day.
Yep.
Although nowadays, like SimCity is like a long-term investment.
Right.
like you can build the map. You can build everything now.
Yep.
I played the mobile phone game, but I'm not much for microtransactions, and I didn't like it once I got to the point where it's like, oh, now this building's going to take 7 days, and you're like, what the. No, I want to play now.
Right.
Like, I don't want to wait 7
dumb.
days,
No.
and I don't want to pay the $3 or whatever it might be to quicken the time.
I won't pay money on mobile games.
I won't. I will pay for certain microtransaction items, but I like to know what I'm buying. So, like, if I want a red beret in Call of Duty, I don't want to have to buy a Ranger pack that comes with 16 other things. I want to buy that thing, that one single little item, and put it on and roll with it. I will pay for that. And then, of course, we won't even get into the whole randomization boxes where you're like, I know it's in there, but I have to buy 30 of these and hope that RNGesus gives it to me.
That's so dumb.
I hate that version.
So dumb. And that seems to be what a lot of games now are.
Yeah, well, hopefully I think I want to say it's like Norway or something where it's now illegal. You're not allowed to have those in your games there, so they alter the games. And I think
Good.
NBA Live or one of the NBA games got hit hard with that one. Of course, we all know what happened with Battlefront 2. That thing got.
I played the demo, and I'm glad I didn't get sucked
I
into
bought
that
the
crap.
game, and then well, I got burnt on that one. Moving forward a little bit, kind of going all over the place, but first episode. So, what are your current gaming interests? What's your favorite genre? What are your favorite games? What are you playing now?
My favorite game right now is not one that's very popular, but Dead by Daylight.
Okay, you've tried to get me into that game a couple times. Luckily, it's free on PS Plus, so I do have it now.
Yep.
Maybe we can do a stream one night where you come over and we just load it up and just start going.
Yep, it's really fun. It's a 4 versus 1 horror game where there's a killer trying to kill 4 survivors.
Yeah.
And then you got to try to start up generators and escape.
I did play it that one time at your house, and I liked it a lot because I love stealth games. I
Yeah.
love sneaking around, and I love just the general outwitting the other people.
Yep.
So it worked for me in that game when I forget who I was. I was the guy with the glasses. He kind of sneaks around or
what's
whatever.
his name?
Right.
It's my go-to.
It's one of your better
Yeah,
guys. He
one of
was
my-
leveled up a
what's his
lot,
name?
so that helped. That probably helped me
Having a brain
have a little
fart.
bit of an
Yeah.
intro in because I had some stuff rather than starting from zero and sucking. But I'll get into it. Maybe we can get a couple of. It's 4 people or 5 people altogether.
Well, it's 4. If you're playing online, you could play up to 4 of your friends, including yourself, against a random killer.
Okay.
Or you can play.
Can you make a custom game where
You can
it's
play a
us
custom with
3 of the Dad Geek squads?
Yeah, you can do a custom
cool.
game where it's one of us is a killer and
Okay.
So-
There's no custom games where you can have like 2 killers and 10
No,
campers
not
or
yet.
anything.
Not
That'd
yet.
be sweet, wouldn't it?
everybody wants that. I've heard so many people.
That's
in the
funny. I
community
haven't even
wants
played it,
that.
and then apparently I just
And
naturally fell
I think
into
it would be kind of cool to have maybe 2 killers running around killing 10 people.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun.
Okay.
What are you into?
Well, right now I am pretty much obsessed with my Switch.
Oh,
I'm obsessed with that thing because
it's easy.
I love the fact that I can just pull it out and recline in the living room, have the TV on, and I can play games that I don't really 100% have to pay attention to in my hand, and I can still watch TV. It's kind of the best of both worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you start up the PlayStation, it's you're starting up the PlayStation, investing some time into it, and you're not it's just not that quick.
No.
3 minutes here, 5 minutes here, whatever. So I've been playing a lot of Switch, and I bought a bunch of indie games and small games. So Video Kid is amazing.
I love Video Kid. I can't get past the first level. Have you gotten past the first
no,
level?
I'm terrible at that game, but I love it.
45% through, and
That game. The funniest
so
thing about
frustrating,
that
but so
game
fun.
is like some random thing will happen in the game, like Martin Riggs and Murtaugh run by, and I'm like, oh, cool. Hit
Yep.
by a car. Damn
Yep. And probably Roger Rabbit hit you with the car.
it. Right. Run into Jessica Rabbit when she's walking down the street. Whatever. Like,
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's such a great game.
For all you people that love retro,
The 80s
Stuff,
the
80s
anything
stuff.
80s. It's
all there.
loaded
It's
full.
in there. It's in
It's
there.
basically Paperboy, but you're a video deliver. Well, you're Marty McFly delivering video cassette tapes to mailboxes, and then like up and down the street, like Martin Riggs and Murtaugh, or Martin Riggs and Sergeant Murtaugh. What's his first name? I can't mind blank right now, but you know what I'm talking about. Lethal Weapon. They run down
Roger.
the street. Roger Murtaugh. Right?
Roger.
They're running down the street. Big Bird's running down the street. The California Raisins are singing on a park bench. Like the Care Bears are
The
sitting
Care
on a park
Bears.
bench. Like all
Yep.
kind. Did you know if you see a Ninja Turtle in the little thing, you can go down?
You have to if the sewer cap's open.
Oh, does it always take you down?
I tried jumping over it.
Oh, okay.
There is a way. I did it one time where I was able to, because there's always a bus. If you time it just right, you can skip past it and come
Okay.
back.
See, I thought it was like a bonus thing where, like, if you saw
No,
the
you're-
Ninja, just because I always see the Ninja
I don't know.
Turtle.
It's the whole thing's random, so it
Right.
it is always generating.
I'm so
new
terrible that I've seen the randomization probably as much as it can in the first like 2 blocks.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I've
Did you
seen
get
pretty
to-
much everything.
stuff. Where there's like you could play not asteroids Space Invaders on the
No.
side.
What?
Yeah, Space Invaders. They're coming down, and you could throw the video carts in.
Oh, I have not gotten to that, and that sounds amazing.
45% through the first level. That's the farthest I've gotten.
I think I'm in the low 30s is the farthest I've gotten, if I remember correctly.
It's tough.
hard.
It's a tough game.
Well, it would be easier if the analog moved, but it was genius because it would be too easy with the analog
Right.
movement back and forth. So they have like 3 sections. You could be on the sidewalk, on one lane, and on another lane of the road. And when you hit the button, you go the whole distance in chunks. So it's not like you can just like weave in and out of cars. You're just like boom, 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 boom,
Yep.
boom. So it's difficult.
Jumping over, landing on them, doing tricks with your skateboard.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a fun game.
It's a fabulous game. I recommend it 100%. The next one is Serial Cleaner.
I haven't played that one yet, but I'm going to try it out.
The reason I bought it is because it's stealth-based. And so I really love, as I said, stealth games. And it's cool because you never get a weapon. You're cleaning up after these mafia hits. And you're just cleaning up blood and cleaning up bodies and cleaning up weapons. And that's the whole, so far, that's the whole game that I've gotten into it. I think I'm like six or something contracts in. I played it on the way to camping yesterday, so.
Nice.
And I love that game. Breath of the Wild, a little late to the party on that one, but that's a
That's a great game.
that's an amazing
There's
game.
so much to do in that game.
That's fabulous.
There's
Just-
so much, like, you could put 100 hours in and
and still
not have anything.
unless you're a speedrunner, because these speedrunners, I don't know how they do that. But
people going to fight Ganon with just a stick.
yeah, you're like, look, how does that work? I had to have everything, you know. So that's currently what I'm playing. I have a couple in the backlog that I still need to get to, but I don't think I'm going to get to those anytime soon because, I mean, I guess we could just flow into what we're excited about right now because, oh man, these next couple of months
Spider-Man.
are in. We got Spider-Man, Red Dead, Call of Duty if that's your thing, Battlefield if it got pushed, but if that's your thing, you've got Smash Brothers, and then next year we have Division 2 and all. Oh man, it's just
Lots of good stuff coming up.
Everything is piling up. Anthem, I can't forget about Anthem.
Anthem looks amazing.
Like it's custom Iron Man.
Did you see that when that comes out?
I want to say it's right around the same time as Division. I think it's next year. I want to say it is, but we'll have to double check or
we'll put that up there.
Tweet us and let us know. Yeah, I'll look it up and I'll put it on once we get the editing done.
But Anthem looks really good. I'm excited about that one.
You know I love Iron Man.
Iron Man.
So that game is basically just me being.
That's what it
custom
reminds
Iron
me
Man.
of is customizable Iron Man
Right.
suits.
And I mean, the game looks amazing. We'll see what happens because everyone is up in arms about everything being downgraded. But I'd rather a good experience and with a little bit of a downgrade in graphics. I guess that comes from a console player. So maybe if you're a PC player that plays on the best machine out there, maybe that's where the complaint about downgraded graphics comes from. But I understand that like you need a solid experience on a console. So maybe sometimes you have to take a little hits. I don't love it, but I would rather take a hit in graphics and have a constant good experience.
Right. Sorry, Xbox players. You can't beat our
Uh-oh.
exclusives.
Well,
I'm sorry.
You know, the
PlayStation exclusives
yeah, I mean,
are there. We might not have the graphics you guys have,
think
but
about God of War, Spider-Man exclusive,
The Last of Us,
The Last. Oh my! I forgot about The Last of. How did I forget about
Gran
The Last of
Turismo.
Us? Oh yeah, it's just. Well, they have Forza. Forza's supposed to be very good.
Forza's
as well.
alright.
I think it's Forza. I think
Fort-
it's how it Forza. Kind of like there's
I
a
don't-
T in front of it. I don't know.
Forza.
That's what I've heard it said.
not Fortnite.
Not Forza. Oh, Fortnite. Well, you know, I really want to like Fortnite, but I'm so fucking terrible at Fortnite. So terrible at Fortnite.
My son's good.
Mine is too.
My son's really good.
And it drives me nuts. And I can't get into that building thing for some reason. He was watching Ninja, because, I mean, whoever plays Fortnite probably watches Ninja videos, right?
Ninja's good.
And I was just watching this guy play, and I'm like, how does he go so fast with the... He's like...
Right.
All of a sudden, he's got a fortress. I'm like, what the hell?
Right. I can't
I'm
do
like,
that.
stairs, wall, jump. Yeah.
I think it's because we're old.
Maybe.
We're
I don't
old
know.
now.
I don't know. I mean, we could probably, if we devoted more time to it, we could probably get okay.
Maybe
but
you.
I don't know. It's just, we'll see. Oh, Hitman 2? God,
Hitman 2, that's
the
all
the
your
amount of
game.
games.
That one doesn't make sense. They did the teaser at PAX.
Yeah,
this
the
weekend.
jungle thing, right? That
And-
that makes it feel a little bit more like a Metal Gear game or a
It-
Splinter Cell game than a
it
Hitman
does.
game. Because Hitman, the key to Hitman is blending in with your surroundings as a bald-headed guy in a bright black. What, who says bright black? But a black suit that is always the same every time you're at an event.
Right.
And then you got a barcode. Don't you think they'd be like, yeah, it was the guy with the barcode on his head.
Right. I saw it was the bald.
It was the
tall, bald-headed guy,
Right, with the barcode. Oh, he was a bartender once, and then all of a sudden he was a doorman.
and now he's a chef.
I thought it
think
was
he's
weird.
the chef in the back right now.
Yeah, I think he's back there, but I don't know. It's a fabulous game. It's a great stealth game. It's.
I like the
reboot's
original.
amazing.
I like the original Hitman games. I did not get into the new one.
Did you play it?
I played the demo when it
takes,
came out, but
it takes some time to get used to. But once you get proficient at killing, you feel awesome.
I have to
And then
try
you
it.
have to like reprogram your brain a little bit because it's not like a Metal Gear game. If you really want to just go directly to your objective and just kill him and walk away, you can. In this game, there's a little bit more. I don't know. It feels like there's more strategic moving that has to happen, and especially if you want to get all the objectives.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I've only did the demo.
yeah,
Never tried.
the demo's
game.
what got me hooked actually. Where you have to hijack that ejector seat or whatever when the guy's going.
I actually didn't get that far.
Really? So you didn't even give it the old
No.
college try?
No.
Come on, you gotta at least beat the demo. Grief.
I don't know what. I think I just got sidetracked.
Mhm.
Life happens, and
Well,
that one.
as everyone knows, we are dads, so life does tend to happen. Well, that is actually the sum of all those topics that we really wanted to talk about today, which I feel like we did pretty good. Hopefully it's not... Hopefully when we play it back, I feel as good about it as I do right now. I feel okay for the first episode.
Hopefully we weren't talking a million miles a minute, and you could understand what we said.
Right. I would love to hear some comments from everyone on Twitter, everyone on Instagram, YouTube comments. Well, YouTube comments are kind of toxic sometimes. I don't know about those.
Oh well, I can
But I'll
handle
take
toxicity
it. I could
very well.
handle it. It's only a block button away. That's it, right? But
I won't block
I would,
anybody. I'm good.
I would
you
love
wanna
to
talk trash. I'll talk trash back.
Yeah. I would love to hear general thoughts, how we can improve, because we want to make this a weekly episode where we're actually sharing our thoughts and news, and as we get more comfortable, I feel like we'll do more news. We'll do a couple more segments. We actually have some segment screens lined up where gaming news, live on Twitch is one of our segments we talked about, which that's an easy one. But what do we throw back to the old school where we play some old school video games
With the new Nintendo online service, we could play all kinds of old school
Yes, we can.
games.
Yes, we can.
That's going to be fun. I'm excited about that.
I want more
Excited about
details. I'm dying for
They're
details.
holding out,
because
but-
it's September 2nd right now, and it's supposed to be out in the
second half.
by the end of the month.
Yep.
So it'll probably be out. They'll probably pull like a. Sony did it at one point. They're like, it's coming at the end of September, and it was literally the last day.
The 31st
Yeah,
or
like
whatever.
I don't think it was September, but as an example,
Yep.
it's the last day, and you're like, does that really count? Come on now. And it was at like nighttime or something that it was released, and you're like, well, it's kind of like the next day, really. 'Cause
Yep.
I don't really get to play it depending on internet speeds and all that crap.
Yep.
But, at this point, I guess, do you have anything else to share?
Just hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell if you want to know.
We would love people to start subscribing. It would
Hopefully
validate
you guys
the
like
effort.
this, and we can do a better job with more
We are
subscribers.
completely 100% open to any criticism, any tips, anything you want to share with us. And go ahead and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch.
And-
I'm forgetting one. Snapchat's out there, but we probably won't be on there that much. We just got the
There's
name.
Dad Geeks on Facebook.
There is a Dad Geeks group page on Facebook. Discord, we have discord.gg/dadgeeks if you want to join in and actually talk with us.
And www.dadgeeks.us will take you straight to our Twitter page.
Yes, it will. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Till next time. Till Monday of next week.
Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day. Bye.